Hi, I'm Campbell and I'm going to tell you about LEGOLand in England. As you can see, that's a soccer field. Or rugby? No, soccer. Soccer, definitely. Then there's a little change. As you can see, there's the world globe. And you can see it's in England, in the United Kingdom. And here's a picture with a man in the background cutting the trees. All those trees are perfect. If you look at all the trees in these photos, they are absolutely perfect. And they're actually real trees. That's just a quarter of the LEGOland view bit. Of the whole place is made out of Lego bricks. Dun 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 dun! Here's this Lego dinosaur. The bricks are massive. The bricks are probably about as big as a keyboard, if you know what that is. And look at the size of people to it. People are teensy. And if you put a kid up to one of the Lego people there, they're about the exact same size. There's a little giraffe ride. There's big giant Lego giraffes around the back area of that track. Now, if you can see, there's all kinds of boats in the water. They move around with this cable spinning in the water, as you can see. Spins in the water. Spins around to make the boat move through the water. There's one of the other halves. As you can see, there's big giant mountains in the background. And build, play, plus test. And that place is when you can build your own Lego creations and like Lego Mindstorm, I think. You get to program it and it moves and stuff like that. Here we are in the Lego NASA station where the rockets is about to land off or take off, yeah. And there's a bus down there. There's the NASA front entrance, quite big. That's probably about as tall as a toddler standing up, a 2-year-old, which is the same age as my sister. There's the NASA activity group when you can just bring your kids along and show them about the space station. I think under that tent there's games and stuff like that, and there's test rocket ships in the thing. Now I think that's an Indian building. And look at those perfectly cut flowers. Not a little tiny miss. They're perfect. And look at all those Lego bricks. It would have taken you a long time to build that thing. Here we are. We've got a castle on a cliff, surrounded by a sea and some old yachts. Or boats. And a pathway leading down to the road onto a bridge. Now see that little girl on the purple top? That's my sister, Imogen. And there's a castle with a moat around it and a hot air balloon about to lift off on the grass lawn. And there's a train in the background, if you can see. It's going right into the hill. Now here's the train station. There was these panels when you can choose the get, and it says what train you're controlling. Then you press enter, then you can drive the trains. But when I got onto that, as soon as I got onto it, it broke down, so I didn't actually get to go on it. Now outside the bus stop, down beside the waterfall, you can see there's this black dot on the road. The cars actually move under the ground with a magnet, moving along by machines, and it actually stops on that, waits for 10 seconds, then goes again. Here's a cricket match and some 4 old cars. Oh, I wonder if they're spotties. Old New Zealand registration plates. Now here's the Brighton Pier, and if you don't know what a pier is, it's like a circus on top of water with lots of stabilizers, and it's got like circus games and stuff like that. Now there is the Ferris wheel, and the Ferris wheel actually spins like the London Eye, and I'll show you about that later. And there's this aeroplane flying thing, a ticker booth, and a climbing wall. That's quite good. And there's a bus, and there's a racetrack out the back when the cars actually go zooming down the track and back up. Now, my sister's the one with the purple top in the middle. On the right side is my dad, and on the left side it's me. But that was when I was 6. I'm 11 now. That's why we probably don't remember it that well. There's the harbour, and if you look closely in the background, you can see the London Eye, Big Ben, if you don't know what that is, and the BT Tower. I'll tell you about that if you don't come from London. There's the London Eye. The London Eye is this big giant Ferris wheel, and it moves very, very slowly, and it never stops. So when you go on it, you've got to like walk on, and you're actually spinning around very slowly, and you can't feel it, but you just notice you're moving. There is this cylinder tower, I can't remember what that's called, and it's got this giant red light flashing at the top of it. But wow, how could you make that thing out of Lego? Just think about that. And look at those massive buildings. What did I tell you? Now there is the London Bridge, Tower Bridge, something bridge, can't remember. And it's actually, you know how I told you about the boats move underwater? Well, there must be this trigger in the water. When a boat goes over it, the bridge actually opens up and lets it pass. There's St. Paul's Cathedral, I think, and it's got 300 something stairs, or 500 something stairs, and me and my dad walked all the way to the top. But when we got to the top, waited 10 minutes, then he said it's time to go back down again. I didn't want to go down. There's Big Ben and the Houses of Parliament. Me and my dad walked all the way through the Houses of Parliament. We didn't go up Big Ben. I don't think you can do. And look at that texture on Big Ben. And in the background you can see the BT Tower. Now, dun 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 dun. It's the Queen of England. Buckingham Palace. Those gates that go around Buckingham Palace are huge. I've got a picture of me and my mum standing beside it. It's massive. Now here are these stone hedges. I've never seen them before. They're not in London or England. They're somewhere, I can't remember where, and they're made out of bricks and they're really old. Now here's 2 railways going underneath this very nice textured bridge, and look at the texture in those houses. Some of these houses in this picture make it look like they're actually made out of real stone. Flip, 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 flip. Okay, now we're on to the games. Here's a firehouse game. And also there was this fire trucks that you sit on with 2 people, and you pump this thing and it moves forwards very slowly across the road. Below that Dalmatian and the little giant Lego people about as tall as little kids. Now this is the roller coaster I went on. I think it's called the Jungle Coaster. And that's me after finishing it. And there's a dragon. That's my sister asleep. She doesn't really like Lego that much. There's a castle, a dragon, and a dinosaur in the swamp. Bullets. There's my family. Then this jungle gym, this playground was massive. Now here's these people that when something happens, this trigger goes off, and the sound box goes off, and then when the dog starts eating something in the chili bin, the mother says, "Who let the dog in the chili bin again?" It's really funny. Well, bye for now. Stay tuned for more movies about Lego, and maybe even some about Club Penguin on my YouTube account. Well, thanks for watching.